Hello and welcome to BusyWorksBeats.com. If you don't know me, I'm Game from BusyWorksBeats.com. We train over 1 million producers around the world. So we're going to work with Drake, Kanye West, Post Malone, Ariana Grande, French Montana, Young Thug, Lil Baby, Polo G, Trippie Redd, Kendrick Lamar, J. Cole, on and on and on. I know it's dark in this room, so let me switch screens. Today I'm going to show you how to use pitch bending melodies. I learned this from Synthet, so shout out to Synthet on YouTube. I'm going to link his video below. We're going to replace this with it has to be image line stock plugins. This does not work with third-party plugins. I want to make that very clear. Okay, we're going to go to the free tab, download any essentials packs. Let's start at the essential. Let's do guitar. And let's load up the nylon guitar. So what we're going to do is create individually pitch bending notes, not pitch bending the entire chord. So let me show you the old way I used to do it. Let's right click, go to piano roll. And what we're going to do is change our snap to grid. And let's make the G major 7th chord. Okay, now what we used to do is double click a note and then make a slide note. But the problem is this slides the entire chord up a half step. Okay, so that sounds cool, but let's say we want to slide only one note to create legato bends. What we can do is actually get rid of this top note or just double click and change the color. Be careful here because again, if you're not using image line plugins, this does not work because these are called MIDI channels. Okay, not everything has multiple MIDI channels. I'm not trying to get geeky on you guys. Let's just switch the color here to pink, which is color 9. So now what we can do is double click on the slide note and make this the same color. So now it will only pitch bend the same color and it won't pitch bend everything else. So anything that's pink, it will only pitch bend that. Let's exaggerate the pitch bend. So it's only pitch bending that top note. And if you want to make it faster, just grab the end and make it shorter. So it goes like duh. Let me turn up the volume so you guys can hear. Okay, so it doesn't affect the rest of the chord. This is important because let's start from scratch. Let's left click. And again, do not get used to this if you don't understand that this only works for stock plugins because you could easily draw in notes on third-party plugins and wonder why your thing doesn't make a sound. Okay, so I'm not trying to confuse you here. So be careful to understand that this does not work the same way with third-party plugins. Okay, and what we're gonna do is let's write a chord progression. Let's do D minor. Let's reset that. Let's do 2-5-1. So we're just gonna do D minor 9. Don't worry about memorizing this. Then we're gonna go to the chord stamp, go to advanced. We're gonna grab a dominant 9th chord, add that down a half step, and then we're gonna go to the chord stamp advanced, go to major 9th, and we're gonna add that at C. So out of 2-5-1, let's hit Control L. Okay, so let's hit Control Alt G to ungroup, hit Control Shift, highlight these notes, hit Shift up to transpose these notes. Okay, so let's say I want to pitch bend right here. Let's double click and let's make this color a different color. Make that a slide note. Make this now double click on where it says E. Make that the same exact color or this won't work. Okay, so now we want to pitch bend. And again, let me make this note louder so you can hear. So now the top notes play a melody and then the rest of the chords Okay, so let's add more pitch bends just to see how far we can take this. So firstly, I'm going to write the melody out, but instead of just a simple melody like dun dun. Okay, so let's add a little more attitude here with pitch bends. Let's highlight all these notes. Hit Control Shift to highlight all these notes. And here you see how it's all grouped. Hit Alt G to ungroup those notes. So hit Control Shift, highlight these notes again. We need to make these all one MIDI channel. I think we can't. So if we try to double click on a group, it won't work. So let's grab up top. Let's see if we can switch all those to 9. It looks like it's not going to work. So we have to do this individually, which is kind of tedious. So just double click, go here, go to 9. That is kind of tedious. So let's only pitch bend the notes that need to be pitch bent. So we're going to switch all these by double clicking, go to 9, double click, go to 9. There's no fast way I know how to do that. I think somebody said hit like Alt C or Shift Alt C. Let's see if that shortcut works. See, I don't even know what shortcut it was. Let me see if I can figure out what. Yeah, no. See, look, I pressed buttons I wasn't supposed to press. Let's keep it. There's some shortcut somebody said. I think they said Shift Alt C, but that's not even doing anything. So let's say we want this to be a pitch bend. Just double click, make that a pitch bend. And now only that note will pitch bend. Let's also make that top one a pitch bend. Let's make this other note a pitch bending note. So now it goes down. So let's solo only those top notes so we can hear the melody. So again, if you want to pitch bend the entire chord as if you're like using your finger to slide on the guitar, in that case, you would make everything the same color and then slide to that specific note. Just a quick tip. Again, shout out to Synthet from sharing that tip. If you guys want to learn more, go to busyworksbeats.com. We have an FL Studio 21 course for you for free. Just go to busyworksbeats.com. It's completely free to sign up. And I'll see you guys over there. Peace.